This is CBC Here and Now.
Welcome to Here and Now. I'm Anthony Germain. We start with an incident that has sparked outrage on social media and upset passengers on board a PAL Airlines flight. Tonight, two men caught making racist comments towards Indigenous people are no longer welcome to fly with PAL. It happened yesterday on a flight between Happy Valley Goose Bay and St. John's. Here Now's Jacob Barker has been following the story as it develops.
Well, these comments were said loudly and they were about other passengers on the plane. Peter Panashwe, who's a former MP for Labrador, was sitting right behind the men, and he heard the comments the men were making as an Inuk passenger made his way down the aisle.
The guys in front, one of them said, look, there's an Eskimo coming in. And the other guy and Tony walked by, and the guy said, can you smell them?
Panashwe describes the men as being drunk and loud. He says they also made fun of a woman who was speaking Inuit, her Indigenous language.
And my view is that if you're going to be racist and have these views, for God's sake, have them with your family in your own house, because it's not very comfortable for minorities like myself who are in the same room when you're espousing these derogatory views and very hurtful views.
Another woman, Miriam Lid from Nain, shot this video of the men talking. She says they directed their language at her and her father while she was accompanying him on a medical trip.
Right away, as soon as they seen me, they said very hurtful words, saying, "Here comes the Eskimos, life below zero." At the time, I was getting very scared because this is the first time I ever expected any racism in my life.
And while the men were being served alcohol on the flight, Lid said once they left Deer Lake, a member of the crew cut them off and told them they were being disrespectful and rude. Panashwe spoke with PAL Airlines today and asked them to ban the passengers from the airline, and that's just what happened. In an email, the company said that comments like these have no place in our society and will not be tolerated by the company. It also spoke about its history of partnership with Indigenous groups in Labrador and says it will work closely with them to ensure that their flights remain a welcoming environment for all their customers. Well, Panashwe said that he probably couldn't change these men's views on things, but that comments like these shouldn't go unchallenged. Jacob Barker, CBC News. Happy Valley Goose Bay.
Well, I spoke with Peter Panashwe earlier today at the St. John's International Airport. We're going to come back to the story and bring you that full interview in about 25 minutes. Well, we're seeing some water build up, as you see there, on the west coast with the heavy rain, strong winds as well, and those mild temperatures today. Pictures you see there show what it's been like in Corner Brook, and you can see that rising water before on the banks. And besides the rain and the wind, also caused lots of problems, forcing Marine Atlantic and Labrador Marine to cancel their ferry crossings today. A lot of water.
And we also had a wet day in central Newfoundland as the rain just pelted down. These are some video shots from Grand Falls, Windsor today.
Quite the mess. Merry Christmas, but a very wet holiday season as well.
Not much snow left right about now, that's for sure. And there's still more wind and rain to come for parts of the island. Let's have a look at the system that's been pelting the island today. This is a satellite and radar shot. Yeah, she's pretty big and bringing down a lot of rain, particularly in St. John's right now. More to come. We do have a wind warning in place for the Conagra, Burin, Avalon, and Bonavista peninsulas tonight, so it's going to be very windy in the east. And also it's going to stay pretty mild overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, but don't be fooled. Temperatures are going to be dropping throughout the day tomorrow, and it's super cold in Labrador tonight and as well for tomorrow, so there is a risk of frostbite there. I'll get into all the details and tell you about some more of the warnings coming up.
Hanging out here at the Conception Bay South Arena. It's the Grand Slam of Curling is happening this weekend. Brad Gush, who I think almost just walked behind us, Team Gusher's playing tonight. We're going to chat with him coming up soon.
All right, curling fans, stay tuned. Well, the government and its biggest union won't be negotiating a new contract next year after all. Instead, the government and NAPE have agreed to extend their current contract, but workers could be getting a raise. Here now's Peter Cowan is live in our newsroom now with the details on this. So, Peter, what are the changes here?
Anthony, essentially this contract and most of its provisions are going to continue for another 2 years, but let me point out the two key changes that a lot of NAPE members will be interested in. The first one comes to do with how much people get paid. The last agreement, there was a 4-year wage freeze, but this agreement has what the government describes as modest salary increases. Now, in return, the union did have to give something up. They're going to be losing some post-retirement benefits, but that's only going to affect new employees. All other provisions remain the same. Now, just how big is that pay increase going to be? Well, neither the government nor the union are saying. Instead, they're going to roll out that detail when the union meets with its memberships, and that's not going to happen, though, until after Christmas. Now, the finance minister did say that it was clear they needed to give their workers a little more money.
The cost of living, or the consumer price index, is about 2% a year. I think it would be completely unrealistic to expect a new agreement to have 4 more zeros, or in this particular case, an extension of 2 years, for zeros. So again, this is a very balanced agreement.
Now, the union says it's pleased to have some stability for its members. It was less than 2 years ago that the last agreement was signed. It took a long time to get that one in place, and this new agreement would likely take a long time as well.
We now have, for our public sector employees represented by NAPE, a 2-year period which there is basically labour peace, that our members can go to work with full knowledge that they have a collective agreement in place, and they're being recognised for the invaluable service they provide to Newfoundland and Labrador.
Now, the province is struggling with a big deficit, so how is it going to pay for these wage increases? Well, the finance minister wouldn't give us a dollar value on what it's going to cost, but he says the savings that come from those clawing back some of those retirement benefits for new members will pay for a lot of this salary increase. But we'll get a better sense tomorrow because the finance minister is going to deliver the mid-year fiscal update. Anthony?
Thank you, Peter. It's Peter Cowan live in our newsroom. Well, a new political opinion poll released today shows support for Dwight Ball and his Liberal minority government is growing. The poll was conducted in November before the Mitchell-Moore report was released and the controversy over hiring Carla Foote at the Rooms erupted. The satisfaction, according to this poll with the Liberal government, jumped to 52% from 47% over the summer. But the support for the parties among decided voters has practically stayed the same. 42% of respondents supporting the Liberals. The PCs get 33%, that's up 1 point since August. And the NDP has 24%, also up 1 point since August. 22% of people are undecided. And when it comes to the leadership of each leader, Dwight Ball remains the top choice with 36% support from decided voters, 23% for Ches Crosby and the PCs, and 19% for Alison Coffin and the NDP. Now, this poll took place between October 31st and November 22nd. Results considered accurate to within plus or minus 3.5 percentage points, 95 times out of 100. An Avondale man pleaded guilty this morning to a long list of charges related to a carjacking crime spree last fall. 22-year-old Jesse Lewis says this is the first time in his life that he's taken responsibility for his actions. Lewis was acquitted of shooting a man with a shotgun point blank in self-defense back in 2018. But 2 weeks later, Lewis led police on a chase from Avondale to St. John's and back again. And along the way, he carjacked a grandmother and 3 small children while holding a screwdriver. He smashed into several vehicles, wrecked 2 minivans. The prosecution, defense, and Lewis himself have asked the judge for a 5-year sentence. The judge will make a decision on Thursday. An aquaculture announcement in St. John's today was 10 years in the making. These are the first ever oysters to be grown in this province, and tonight they are on the market locally. South Korea, Japan, and France, well, they're the top producers of oysters worldwide. They account for 87% of the supply to market. But after years of perfecting their product, Maraschino Oysters Farms is now ready to break into that market.
We started growing oysters over 10 years ago, and we've made a lot of mistakes. But in the last 2 or 3 years, we've adapted to some different technologies, and we're finally coming to market today. Oysters are non-native to Newfoundland, so our water temperatures are colder. So that's the reason why most people wouldn't even try to start it. And at the beginning, I was told that it wouldn't work in Newfoundland, so that's not a real good thing to tell aquaculturists. So the first thing you do is try to prove them wrong. A lot of the problems is due to out of grown. There's a certain technique that you should, stuff that you would learn over time, unless somebody tells you the tricks of the trade, but usually you try it at trial and error, unfortunately.
What is a food bank? It's hundreds of unseen hands passing food from those who give it to those who need it.
It's a huge, complex problem. I believe it's a social problem, hunger.
Food is such a basic necessity. You have to have it. You have to have it.
Where does it all come from? Who are the people in need? And how can we help? CBC's Warm Hearts campaign continues with a look inside your local food bank.
Welcome back. Well, let's go right to Conception Bay South, where some of the best curlers in the world are gathering as part of the Grand Slam of Curling. Competition starts sliding in about 45 minutes, and that draw features Team Guju, and the skip of that team, of course, you know who that is with Jeremy Eaton right now. Jeremy.
Yeah, this guy needs no introduction. Brad Gushue, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
What's it like playing so close to home, Brad?
It's excellent. Don't have to travel anywhere. We get huge support here, which is awesome, and we're looking forward to this week.
This is the second year now that this event has been played in Conception Bay South. Hey, what's up? Was there a little bit of nerves last year, and are you a little less nervous? Yeah. In fact, do you even get nervous?
Well, I get nervous for sure. I think last year we tried to follow up the Brier and put on a repeat performance and probably put a little bit too much pressure on ourselves. So this year we tried to just treat it like a regular event, and whether we can do that remains to be seen, but that's the attempt that we're going to make this week.
Now, organizers have told me that a lot of these seats have sold, and I know that tonight will probably be a sellout. How excited are you to get to perform against some of the best curlers in the world so close to home and the hometown fans?
It's awesome. The fact that it's almost sold out, I think there might be some tickets throughout the week if people are looking, but I think most of our games are sold out, if not close to sold out, and to have that support, it's just fun. It's fun, and I'm not getting any younger, so I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to get to play at home for the rest of my career, so just trying to enjoy it, embrace it, have some fun with it.
Now, I know that you live nearby. We are in Conception Bay South, but does Team Gushu do anything different? Like, do you hole up in an Airbnb or a hotel? What do you guys do?
Just our regular routine. So we're in a hotel this week, and we're going to go to eat together, kind of hang out together, do the regular things that we do on the road, and again, trying to treat it like a normal event.
Now, I know that you have a couple of kids. Will they come out and support dear old dad, and we get to spend a bit of time with them, or do they sort of go to the back burner?
Well, they're going to be out here watching and supporting, but throughout the week, again, we're going to do our regular team routine, but they're going to be here as well as a bunch of family, sponsors, friends. We're going to have a big contingent here, and beyond that, I know the support that we're going to have here this week is going to be awesome.
Now, Brad's got to run because he's got a match coming up against Team McDonald, so thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it. You're joining us.
Thanks.
Brad Gushu, he literally has to run because he's out of time. He had to go then, and so we had to take that away. But there's a lot of fans up behind us who are watching this, and a lot of fans who are very excited to see Team Gushu, and they'll be playing, as Anthony said earlier, in about 45 minutes here at this Grand Slam curling event in Conception Bay South. Reporting live from Conception Bay South, I'm Jeremy Eaton for Here and Now.
It's always like at arenas and gyms, and that's kind of his beat.
Yeah, he does so well under those circumstances.
Yeah, just very, very nice conversation. Good to see Brad Gushu looking really good. Be some exciting curling. Now, just before we get to the weather, we've got a nice outdoor kind of a video that was sent to us from Karen Pinson. Check this out. Little visitor. Not so little visitor. Not so little visitor.
Wow.
Is that nice?
Great shot.
Yeah, that whale frolicking around Brighton Harbor and decided to come back for a repeat. And as you can tell, Karen Pinson giggling and enjoying every moment. How can you not?
Completely understandable.
So impressive. And thanks a lot. Okay. Yeah, one more time. Here we go.
Wow. That is just great video.
Never get bored of that.
Yeah, me neither.
Big visitor. Not a little visitor. Big visitor. Okay, unfortunately, we're being visited by...
and that was a big visitor.
Every time Ashley's away, they throw every kind of weather possible at Carolyn.
This has been an interesting forecast. It's going to be pretty messy. I know it's pretty messy in St. John's right now. I don't know the last time that you've been out, but also really mild. I'm going to start with a look at the highs today. Just have a look at this, 13 degrees in St. John's. Yeah, and mostly double digits for the island today. Corner Brook, 10 degrees. So that is those mild temperatures are going to stick around tonight, but it will change tomorrow. So we still do have a rainfall warning in effect for the West Coast, Gros Morne, down through Burgeo. So more rain to come tonight, and a wind warning in effect for all of the peninsulas here in the east. So we're going to see gusts up to 110 kilometers an hour. I just had a look, and we're gusting in St. John's at 97 kilometers an hour right now, so it's very blustery. So looking at what's to come for tonight, you can see some heavier rainfall coming in the overnight hours. Here we are at midnight, so it's going to stay very wet and very windy for the island tonight. So we have 10 millimeters on the way for St. John's with those high southerly winds, and 10 degrees as the high overnight tonight. Marystown going to see some heavier rain as well as the southern portion of the Avalon Peninsula. 10 to 20 millimeters overnight tonight, 10 to 15 for Port aux Basques. So staying very mild pretty much across the board tonight, all above zero on the island. But there is some serious cold air moving down. You can see Labrador City tonight, minus 20 with a wind chill of minus 31. So there is a risk of frostbite there tonight and tomorrow. Some snow starting for the Nain area. And we do have a wind warning in effect from Makovic up through Nain for tomorrow. Gusts up to 110 there as well, plus a blowing snow advisory in effect, 10 to 20 centimeters of snow there. So it's going to be a very blustery day in northern Labrador tomorrow. So it's going to stay wet tomorrow as well on the island until the afternoon. You can see this cold air that's pushing in, and the Avalon looks like it's going to stay milder throughout the day than most other places on the island. So still rain right throughout the day with some flurries pushing in behind. So another 10 millimeters coming to St. John's tomorrow, 11 degrees as the high there. So temperatures are going to decline throughout the day though. That's why I put this right here, particularly if you're in Clarenville and Bonavista. When you leave in the morning, it's going to be 7 degrees, but when you come home at night, it's going to be much, much colder. So keep that in mind when you're dressing for tomorrow. 10 to 15 millimeters from the Marystown area. Similar story for Grand Falls. Going to feel a little bit milder in the morning, but it's going to dip down throughout the day, and we're looking at 2 to 4 millimeters of rain for Harbour Breton tomorrow. On the west coast, on the freezing mark for much of the day. See, those winds have really died down. Not so much though up in the Straits. We're seeing gusts up to 80 there tomorrow with lots of sunshine. Temperatures -9 in Mary's Harbour, and another 5 to 10 centimeters coming for Nain. You can see the winds there tomorrow gusting up to 110 and staying very cold in Labrador City with that wind chill at -33. So definitely a risk of frostbite right throughout the day. I'll have your long range forecast a little later.
One of them said, look, there's an Eskimo coming in. And the guy said, can you smell him?
Controversial PAL Airlines flight last night with allegations of racism. Peter Panashway was on that flight. We'll talk about that story coming up. Welcome back to Here and Now. We're going to go right back to our top story with Peter Panashaway, the person who was sitting behind some passengers last night. Peter, it's been several hours since that flight. How are you feeling about what happened?
Well, obviously when it happened it was not very pleasant and it was very uncomfortable, put it that way. What happened was that we got on the flight in Goose Bay and there were other people obviously getting on, and one of the leaders from Nunavut government, very respected leader, got on, and the guys in front, one of them said, look, there's an Eskimo coming in, and the other guy and Tony walked by, and the guy said, could you, can you smell him? And this went on for some time. After, occasionally they would call out to their friends who were sitting up front. They would say, can you smell scallops? I can smell scallops.
Talking about him.
Talking about him, yes.
Yeah. How did you feel when you're sitting there, you're hearing these remarks? I mean, it must have been, what did it feel like?
It's very hurtful behavior. And I mean, I realize and I know that people that are 65, that, that's what I would say they were. Very difficult to change. They're not going to change, and that's just the way they are.
Not all 65-year-olds.
No, but I mean, but you know what I mean. It's very difficult for them to change. And my view is that if you're going to be racist and have these views, for God's sake, have them with your family in your own house, because it's not very comfortable for minorities like myself who are in the same room when you're espousing these derogatory views and very hurtful views.
Now, you got in touch with the airline, PAL, behind us as you see here. What did you communicate to them?
I talked to the CEO this morning, and he wanted to know how things unfolded last night, and I explained. And so I said, I'd like to see two things. One, I'd like to see these two individuals banned from getting on the flight ever again. And number two, I'd like to see the company discontinue serving alcohol on these planes.
Okay, let's talk about both. We'll break those down. So first, the ban. PAL has said that these two gentlemen, for lack of a better word, are banned indefinitely. What's your reaction to that?
I think that's a very good decision on provincial airlines to ban these individuals, because, as I said to Kelvin this morning, I said, what you do from here on in indicates how your company is treating this issue. And by banning these two individuals, obviously sends a message that this is not acceptable and will not be tolerated.
Now, on the alcohol side, from what I understand, when the flight got to the last leg from Deer Lake to here, these gentlemen were cut off, right? They'd had enough?
They were cut off between Deer Lake and St. John's, and they weren't serving any more alcohol.
But is that what makes you think that, hey, maybe this alcohol should be banned, period?
The reason I say that is because it gives people confidence when they're drunk to be able to say the things that they normally feel when they're sober. And by banning alcohol on these flights, I think makes it very comfortable for everyone, and it serves no purpose in my view. I mean, just think about it. All the flights, that stop in Goose Bay or elsewhere because some guy, is out of control, he's drunk and what have you, so they have to land, and it takes a huge resources and cost when planes make that stop over. But it also makes it very uncomfortable. For example, in this case, when people are drunk and they make all these derogatory comments, and it's not very comfortable for passengers. I mean, we had there were Inuit elders. There was two Inuit elders on that flight. One of them was going in for cancer treatment, I understand. And to be able to hear this, this type of behavior coming from from people that are I'm hearing that they were coming from Churchill Falls, who were contractors.
Right. Well, it'll be interesting to see what effect PAL's decision has on their livelihoods. Peter Panashaway, I know it's a really uncomfortable story, but I think it's important people know, because a lot of people think, hey, there's no problems with racial issues in this province. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
It's very important that we discuss the racial issues, because it is a problem, and as long as we avoid the issue, it'll never be addressed. And that's why I think we need to have this conversation.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, staying with airlines, starting on Sunday, the second wave of air passenger rights will take effect. Now, that first set, you might recall, introduced in the summer, they defined standard compensation for being bumped from a flight or losing your luggage. Well, the new rules covered delays and cancellations. But as Jacqueline Hansen tells us, there's concern that the airlines may be looking for loopholes.
The countdown is on to the next wave of airline passenger rights, especially at Canada's busiest airport.
Oh, it's great. The idea of getting compensated hundreds of dollars for my delay, my time is worth that, so I like it.
Under the new rules, if passengers are delayed for more than 3 hours, major airlines such as Air Canada and WestJet will be on the hook for between $400 and $1,000. But there are exceptions. Airlines won't have to pay if a delay or cancellation is due to weather, or if an aircraft has unplanned mechanical maintenance. While most travelers no doubt prefer safety over speed, some are concerned airlines won't admit when a disruption is their fault.
I think we're going to see a lot more mechanical problems versus what we probably were seeing before.
And critics say the Canadian rules fall short of those in the European Union, where most delays due to mechanical issues are covered.
We think that that's a loophole that the carriers may take advantage of.
The Canadian Automobile Association helped consult on the new rules on behalf of travelers.
We give the package that's come out about a 7 out of 10. We think it's got a lot of good stuff in it, but it's far from perfect.
But the National Airlines Council of Canada warns that the new rules will increase costs for airlines and in turn will push fares higher for consumers. Smaller carriers such as Sunwing, Porter, and Flair will be responsible for smaller payouts, between $125 and $500.
The compensation should never exceed the price of the ticket, for one thing.
The group that represents them says that's still too much.
It has to be a compensation and not a windfall for the passengers, because you're just fragilizing the airlines if you're just being ridiculous in terms of levels of compensation being paid out.
But critics say it's a cost of doing business.
The carriers have always said that they've had their own internal policies and that they do compensate people under some circumstances. If that's true, they shouldn't really be paying out much more now than they were before.
If airlines break the new rules, the fines will be much higher than any passenger payout, $25,000 per violation. And the Canadian Transportation Agency says it will be tracking flights to make sure that travelers who file for compensation and deserve it get paid. Jacqueline Hansen, CBC News, Toronto.
Like I said, I shucked a lot of oysters in my time, but it's the first time I ever shucked one out of the waters in Newfoundland.
Move over cod and crab. There's a new homegrown seafood on the market tonight. We'll tell you all about it. Welcome back. Well, we all know in this province cod is king, but now there's a new kid on the block in the world of seafood production. For the first time ever, oysters are being commercially grown here in Newfoundland, and they're locally available as well. And today, the company behind the venture invited some people for a taste test.
We started growing oysters over 10 years ago, and we've made a lot of mistakes. But in the last 2 or 3 years, we've adapted to some different technologies, and we're finally coming to market today. Oysters are non-native to Newfoundland, so our water temperatures are colder, so that's the reason why most people wouldn't even try to start it. And at the beginning I was told that it wouldn't work in Newfoundland, so that's not a real good thing to tell aquaculturists. So the first thing you do is try to prove them wrong. So it worked out this time that it did work. But we've got a hatchery too in Ocean Science Centre, so everything's all coming together finally. Where our water is going to be colder, our temperature most in Newfoundland only goes up to about 20-21 degrees. In other places it goes up past 20-21 degrees. So that's going to give our meat a little bit more four and not going to cause them to spawn in the summer. So we're hoping that our oysters are going to have a much plumpier meat in the summer other than other places. We're growing over 5 million mussels now. We should be up to about 7 or 8 in another year or two, mussels. In oysters, we're starting slow, so if we can get it right, we're going to have, I figure, about 300 to 500,000 oysters now. And we got over 3 million in the water, but it takes a 4-year cycle, so we'll probably have 1 million in a year.
Something I've been hoping that I'd get the chance to do before I hung up my apron, but yeah, super excited to see Juan and them finally get their product to the market, and you know, I'm stoked to get to do it. It's like I said, I shucked a lot of oysters in my time, but it's the first time I ever shucked one out of the waters in Newfoundland, so it's really cool.
So how does it feel today, after all this time, to
I gotta
be watching it?
To make sure it's still real. But we're excited. We're excited.
Now we're going to stick with seafood right now and talk about the price of cod. The other day on Twitter, someone posted a photo of cod for sale in a local grocery store. And get this, it was being sold for $10.81 a pound. But the fishermen who catch it and sell it, well, they sell it for far less. Here now's Ariana Kellen explains the breakdown.
A pound of cod could be $10.81 per pound, but fishermen only get 90 cents a pound on the wharf. So what gives? Well, first you lose weight when the fish is processed at the plant, like the head, guts, and other parts. There are also costs such as labor, overhead, and packing, all the work that produces that fish for sale. Distribution is next and is one of the largest expenses. That includes the cost of transporting fish from where it's caught to where it's processed and then eventually to the market. A wholesaler would have their own costs too for running their businesses, including taxes and regulations. Finally, once it goes to a grocery store or restaurant, they have to pay the staff, overhead costs, heat, and related business costs. And you're left with this for the fishermen.
Welcome back to Here and Now. I'm Jeremy Eaton, and I'm hanging out at the Pinty's Grand Slam of Curling here in Conception Bay South. Some of the top curlers in the world are just steps away, hanging out on the beautiful ice surface here at the CBS Arena for this event. It's the third stop on this tour, and we talked to local hero Brad Gushu earlier, but now we're going to talk about all the work that goes to put this together, and that's why I'm joined by Adrian. You're the chairperson of this event.
Yes, I am.
How much work does it take to turn this surface into a world-class curling facility?
Oh, quite a bit of work. They started on Friday morning and they were working 24/7, and they had it ready for us yesterday afternoon. So it was quite a lot of work, a lot of manpower. We were on shifts of 8 to 12 people on just around the clock.
This is the second year that the town of Conception Bay South has hosted this big event. Did you learn a lot from last year, and is this year a little bit easier after the first time last year?
We obviously didn't learn too much, because I find this year, as much as we thought it would be easier, has been a lot more work to it. But we're trying to do correct the mistakes from last year and do it better. And so that requires more time.
How big of a deal is this event for this arena and for this community?
Oh, gee, it's estimated that for the Newfoundland economy, we reap about $2 million in this full week. The town of CBS, of course, gets all the good advertisement, and we're playing videos. So it introduces and it puts CBS on the curling map, and it will induce people hopefully to come as tourists. And if they enjoy the hospitality here, they'll be back.
Now we got to wrap up real quickly, but I got to ask you, if you get to do it a third year, you're going to come back as a chairperson?
Oh, sure, why not? we're in it, just to promote curling. So this is the best way to do it.
Well, I appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man, so thanks for taking a few minutes to chat to me. And as I said, we're about 17 minutes away from the opening ceremonies, and then they're going to have the first draw, and the curling is going to go all week here at the Conception Bay Arena. Anthony?
All right, appreciate that. That's Jeremy Eaton live in CBS where all the curling action is, as you can tell. Thanks, Jeremy. Now, before we get to the weather, CBC Online has a neat story up on the legends of something I know interests a lot of people. Ashley, of course, knows a lot. The Northern Lights.
Yes, on my bucket list to see for sure. We know they're caused by particles blasting out from the sun and colliding with our atmosphere, but even scientists say there's a lot we don't know about the Northern Lights.
Yeah, and that's where the lore comes in. Wayne Broomfield is a photographer from Makovic, and here are some of the stories that he was told about the Northern Lights when he was a kid.
Growing up, we as kids, there's a game that we used to play where we would all go out and whistle to the Northern Lights, and whistling makes them dance. Our parents used to always tell us, if they're down too low, they'll come down and chop your head off. So we'd play a game where 10, 15 of us go out and just start whistling, and whoever stayed out the longest would be the bravest and win the challenge, before everyone starts running in, before they got too low. We truly believed it because, when you whistle, they really do come down. So we thought that was real, that they would come down and kill you, and so you took it very serious. And other parts of the north, they believed that you could inhale the Northern Lights and therefore kill you. And this is something your parents and your grandparents told you, so of course you believed them, and it was serious. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. They sound so dangerous.
And you think they're so beautiful, but they're going to kill you.
Yeah, wow, amazing. Not the stories I was expecting.
No, I wasn't. I thought the beautiful things coming from heaven and all that, but anyhow.
Well, yeah, we just need to get through a bit of weather and then things start to settle down in the long range. We actually had a change to the warnings board just a few minutes ago. You can see Marystown, Conagra, and Bonavista Peninsulas no longer under a wind warning for tonight. So it looks like things are starting to diminish, but still going to be pretty strong wind-wise in those areas, and the rainfall warning still in effect for the west coast, about 5 to 10 millimeters of rain expected there now. So we still have this warning in place, wind warning for Makovic up through Nain. This is for tomorrow, going to be very blustery, some snow coming down, and high winds. Going to be pretty bad driving conditions for sure up there tomorrow. So tomorrow, temperature-wise, things are going to start off really warm, 11 degrees in St. John's, 10 millimeters of rain. Temperatures will start to drop, though, throughout the day, particularly in central. 10 degrees in Marystown, some more rain coming down, 10 to 15 millimeters of rain, and a little tiny bit of snow for Port aux Basques. We have a little bit of snow moving in behind the rain here, and Labrador looking nice, except for Nain, where it's going to be very windy and snowy. Lab City looking at sunshine and a high of -20 with a -33 wind chill. So let's look ahead now. You can see this rain system leaving in behind. We have some snow. So for the Avalon Peninsula, St. John's, Wednesday, 11 o'clock, looks like it could be pretty messy out there. Seeing some flurries come in behind. Clear skies, though, for most of Labrador. And then we have another round of flurries coming in on Thursday. So -5 as the high in St. John's on Thursday. So quite a change in temperature. -5 as well for Grand Falls, Windsor on Thursday, and up through Labrador, staying very cold with some sunshine and a chance of flurries for Cartwright on Thursday. So pushing ahead, getting close to the weekend here now. Things are staying fairly clear in Labrador. A few flurries on the west coast, but yeah, it's going to be mostly clear in St. John's. -7 as the high in the east on Friday. But you can see as we get into Sunday, those temperatures bumping up a little bit more. So we'll see what happens there when some more showers move through. And for Central, staying a mix of sun and cloud on Friday with some rain moving in on Sunday there as well. And for Western Labrador, staying cool with chance of flurries and 3 as the high on Sunday. Moving up into Labrador, temperatures a little bit warmer, you could say, on Saturday, -9 for the high and some more flurries pushing through. And for the west, starting off the weekend on Friday, -22 with lots of sunshine, but then the flurries move through. And that's your forecast.
It's Christmas time in St. John's.
You're coming to the mall to get your Christmas gifts. Why not give a gift to the whole community? CBC's Feed NL Day is Thursday, December 12th. We'll have live music from Damien Follett and other great artists. CBC personalities will be here to wrap your Christmas gifts. And best of all, we're raising funds for your local food bank. Make sure no one in this province goes hungry this Christmas. And on Thursday, December 12th, we'll make sure everyone at the Avalon Mall stays merry.
Well, you can see more of Zach Gowdy in just a moment. How do you solve a problem like hunger? In this province, there are more than 50 food banks and they feed nearly 30,000 people. But who are these people and where does all the food they need come from? Well, this December, CBC's Warm Hearts campaign is raising funds for local food banks. And tonight, we want to show you just how those food banks work and how we could all help them work better. Here's Zach Gowdy.
What is the Community Food Sharing Association? It's hundreds of unseen hands passing food from those who give it to those who need it.
It's a huge, complex problem. I believe it's a social problem, hunger.
Food is such a basic necessity, and you have to have it. You have to have it.
In Newfoundland and Labrador, there are 56 groups that operate local food banks. They each collect their own donations and do the best they can with their own supplies. But when the shelves run low, they all rely on the Community Food Sharing Association.
Most of these organizations are run by volunteers. So you don't find them in big buildings with signage and billboards. There is a church basement somewhere or a hall that's being used one night a week or one night a month to do the good that's needed in their communities.
It's Tuesday, Distribution Day at the Association Warehouse in St. John's. A small army of volunteers is packing crates, getting the food ready for the road. Outside, the vans are already waiting. The Bridges to Hope Food Bank rents a U-Haul every week to make this run.
It's a crazy time of year for us. Lots going on. It's our busiest time of year for donations, financially, and for food. We get probably about 40 to 50% of our donations will come in the next 30 days.
But for many people, the season of giving is also a season of need.
This is the time of year where we see the biggest demand, mostly because we've got a lot of people at home, kids aren't in school, they're not availing of back-to-school lunch programs, breakfast programs. You've got more company coming and going. You've got more children hanging around the house than you normally do. It puts a lot of pressure on houses that are food insecure all year.
As soon as the van arrives at the Bridges to Hope food bank, the whole packing and loading process plays out in reverse. Inside, more volunteers, ripping open the boxes and sorting food hampers. They're in a hurry, for good reason.
Today we had 30 people outside waiting to get in because we're closed on Monday. And this time of year too, demand obviously is going up. People are trying to save money to spend on gifts.
So who's outside waiting at the door? Who's going hungry? In this province, more than half of food bank users are single-person households. Picture an adult living alone with no one to share the monthly bills. Shockingly, another 30% are children. More than 70% of food bank users rely on social assistance for their main source of income. But there are those 7.5% whose main income is from their job.
If you're a single person living on your own, even on a decent wage, with cost of living right now, and that's not just in Newfoundland, that's across Canada, it's not enough. It's just not enough.
In 2019, there were more than 10,000 visits to food banks across the province, a small increase from the year before. Where does all that food come from? Corporate donations, community food drives, from grocery stores, and from mom and pop down the street. But one of the most important kinds of food is off limits to all but the luckiest food banks.
I applied for a grant and I got this cooler. So I know it sounds simple, right? A walk-in cooler, a stand-up cooler. But again, most food banks don't have access. But because I have this cooler now, we can offer eggs. Usually we have yogurts, cheese strings for kids.
In this province, 3 out of 4 food banks don't have a refrigerator. They can't take milk or eggs. They can't give out fresh fruit or vegetables. For want of an appliance that costs a few $1,000s, food bank users are cut off from all that nutrition.
I wish I had more success stories to tell you on local food banks that have refrigeration. There just aren't that many yet. We all want to do it. We just don't have the manpower or the logistics, or the network is not strong enough to do that right now.
If there was one thing you wish that people understood about food banks, about food bank usage, about hunger in the community, what would it be?
One thing I would like for everyone to know, the best way to help a food bank is to donate money. That's the truth. I can turn your $1 into as much as $5. Of course, we always appreciate food because food is money, but I do want people to know that, like, as far as bang for your buck goes, $1 is $3 to $5. So if you look at it that way.
Right now, all over the province, there are shelves being stocked, hampers being sorted, food drives and fundraisers being organized. There are people giving money, there are people giving time. It takes all those hands pulling together to put food on the table for those in need. But what every food bank needs is another pair of hands.
If people could just appreciate that and look around their own communities and in their own networks for those who may need a little bit of help or assistance, I think it will go a long way.
Zach Gowdy, CBC News, St. John's.
And here's today's viewer photo of the day. Probably maybe guess roundabouts where this one was shot, but I love the composition with the long stretch of road and then what looks to me like a trail from a plane in the sky.
Well, at least it's not the Northern Lights coming to chop our heads off.
Right.
It's beautiful, though.
Gorgeous. I'll let you know where this shot was taken after the break.
It's definitely life-changing. It's a lot of sleepless nights.
I didn't want to know.
Was it done intentionally? Was it an accident?
We're still having a hard time with it.
Is there anybody else out there like us? How many are out there like us?
Make sure to tune in tomorrow. A very powerful story,
Yeah.
and you're not going to want to miss it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at our viewer photo of the day. You could probably guess.
The
what
trees tell me it's Labrador, but
snow. Now, I don't know exactly where this is, but it's somewhere between Cartwright and Happy Valley Goose Bay.
somewhere on the Trans-Labrador Highway.
Yeah. So
it's a pretty good stretch.
For sure. Thank you so much to Ruth Lawrence, for sending this in, and just love the composition of this one and the colors.
Yeah.
Very nice, with a little, what looks to be a trail of an airplane in the sky, and then the highway. Very nice.
Fuchsia and yellow and all that. Thank you, Ruth.
Yeah, so if you have a photo you'd like to send in, please email it to us at nlphotos@cbc.ca.
Yeah, and that pretty much does it for us for tonight.
It does.
Another show that flew right by. So a bit of weather heading our way.
Yep, then it's going to settle down for a while.
Okay, good. See you tomorrow.
Good night.